Hey guys, it's Hydra and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be making my first fall build of the season. Speaking of which, happy fall. Technically it's not fall yet, but you know what, school has started, so I'm celebrating anyways. As I was saying, this is the first fall build, so unfortunately this will only be the exterior as always because my builds are just too detailed for that now, and I don't have time to edit a 1-hour episode every single week. So anyways, let's get started. Alright, so as always, the first thing that I have for you guys is the floor plan. And so just pause, copy this down if you're building this. If not, it doesn't really matter. Here are the colors. And also this build does fit in the small plot. So if you want to make a really cool hillside house inside the small plot, this is the build for you. I'm going to start off with some walls, and yeah. Alright, so I know that most of the houses that you see are labeled as hillside houses are kind of on top of a hill, but for this house I wanted to make it look like the house was really inside the hill, so that's kind of what I'm doing here. I don't know if you guys can tell, and I'm also just kind of laying out the hillside first before I put down my walls. This is going to be a very modern house, and the inside is going to be quite large. In fact, it's a 5-bedroom house. So I hope that you guys really like this because I honestly am so proud of how it turned out. So I wanted to make this house feel like it's its own like private like paradise, I guess. So I'm going to be putting a fence around the entire front yard and then adding a driveway gate. So now I'm going to start adding some trims to the house, so pillars, fences, and wall trims. Over here, I wanted to have a specific trim right above these pillars, but I didn't want it to be sticking through the walls anywhere, so I'm just using a basic shape and resizing it. And now I'm also starting to place down my floors. Of course, the tile bathroom / kitchen floors are going to be a tile like stone, and then the other floors are going to be wood planks. And now I'm starting to add my doors and windows. Of course, since this is a modern house, I'm going to do pretty much all modern-ish items. So yeah. And now for some nice handy roofs. All right, so pretty much all of the logistical stuff is almost out of the way. So let's start to make this actually look good. And I'm going to start with some hilltop grass. I am going to have to remove this grass right here later on because I realized that I forgot to add a waterfall, but not to worry, it's a pretty simple fix. I also just wanted this pool to pretty much cover all of the grass on the side, so I'm making it nice and big, and I'm also going to be coloring it to give it a little bit of a darker texture. Alright, so getting right back to it, now I'm just kind of covering up some like weird areas, and I'm also starting to place down these flat roofs and resizing them to make it look like the hill is like actually at different levels. I honestly love this method, keep using it, it's great. So much better than the ramp method that we all used to use before you could resize your roofs. And now it's time to start adding some rocks to the edges of these little like pools, I guess. I'm coloring them in a couple of different colors, and I think it honestly turned out really good. I love adding this like different kind of shade of rock that I've ever used before. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. This process does take quite a while, but even though it's so time consuming, it always turns out so good. So it's a little bit painful, but it just is so worth it. And now I'm placing down my first fall tree. I love the fall like color scheme. I love oranges and yellows and just a little bit of green together. Honestly, it makes me so happy. Of course, I have to include some like bear trees is what they're called. And yeah. And now I'm gonna start adding some plants everywhere. Unfortunately, you are going to have to cut me a little bit of slack because I did forget at first that fall leaves were a thing in Bloxburg. Not to worry though, I remembered eventually, and so I'm gonna place them everywhere, of course. I'm also going to place down a couple of fall decorations, but I'm going to hold off on Halloween decorations specifically until October because I know like Halloween is super fun, but I think it's a little bit too early for that. And I'm also going to start decorating this little seating area over here. The dining room is going to be right next to it, so I wanted to make sure to have like a space to lounge. I don't know if that kind of makes sense, but like it does in my brain. Like to have a little bit of contrast there. But yeah. And I'm gonna start decorating with some flowers and a pumpkin. Oh my gosh, I just love fall so much and it makes me so happy. I know it's super annoying, but like, do I even care right now? The answer is absolutely not. And then over here in the entryway, I'm also gonna start decorating with a couple of little fall decorations. So more pumpkins and then a plant. So I really wanted this house to have warm lighting, but I felt like linen just wasn't doing it for me. So I'm going to use the same color that I used for the lighter shade of orange pumpkins. And I feel like it just gives the perfect amount of warmth and glowiness. And for this upper balcony, I'm planning for a bedroom to be attached to it. So I'm just adding a little bit of a lounge area where you can like relax and soak up some sun. I don't know. But yeah. I'm kind of going to put these lamps like everywhere around this house, so just kind of get ready for it, but they do look good. So, yeah. And of course, if you couldn't tell, I'm just taking my time and adding a lot more trees and a lot more plants. I really wanted to make this house look like it was in like a secluded like forest. So I kind of feel like at first I didn't even put enough trees, but there's going to be a lot of trees. So that's probably where most of your budget is going to go. So sorry, but it looks great. So And this was the moment that I remembered that autumn leaves existed, so of course I'm going to put those everywhere. Over here, as an extra little decoration, I'm adding these trash cans, just something fun because I feel like the pre-existing trash cans just didn't work for me. And then for the mailbox, I'm actually going to put it in the fence post right next to the garage, like fence gate thing, and I actually really liked how it turned out. Alright, so I feel like we've been decorating for a while, so I'm going to jump back into the inside and just kind of put some doors everywhere. Nothing too special. This isn't the interior of the house quite yet, but I did have some extra time, and I just wanted to remember like where all of the entrances to the rooms are. And now over here, I'm going to make another dining area. I know that I'm technically going to have an indoor dining area, but I wanted to make sure that you could eat outside when it was super nice. So I'm using this little table as a model to make my own custom table because the other ones were just a little bit too wide. And it's pretty simple. I'm going to make all these little planks and then just put them together. I'm just now realizing that I said the word then really, really weirdly, so I apologize for that. But, anyways, as you can see, this table looks super good. I think it should definitely be in the catalog. But yeah, so I'm also going to add a carpet, some chairs, and all the things to make this look like a cute little dining area. Also, just a heads up, I'm going to change the color of this table a couple times till I find something that I like, but it's pretty simple. I mean, just like control and click or shift or whatever, and then it goes really fast. And now I'm gonna add a table runner, some more lights, decorations, and I'm gonna be done with this area. Also, this is completely irrelevant, but for some weird reason, I kind of feel like I use flowers more during fall than I do during spring and summer, so that's a little weird. But anyways, I'm gonna start on this last balcony. This one is going to be going off of a bathroom, which is kind of weird, but I mean, like, that's fine. So it's just gonna be a cute little sitting area. All right, we are almost done, I promise, but we have yet to do the back side of the house, so I'm gonna do that really quickly. Of course, I have to make it actually look like a hillside first, and then I can start adding just some extra trees and things like that. This is going to look a little bit weird at first, but it's okay. The first thing I'm going to do is just kind of place down all the types of trees that I want, and then I'm going to start organizing them, and last I'm going to color them just to make sure that it works perfectly. And of course, I can't forget about the fall leaves and the little plants that I add, as well as some extra rocks. Honestly, I'm so happy with how this build has turned out so far, and as I have finished the entire build, I'm so excited for you guys to see the interior. So unfortunately, this is the end of today's video. I'm just gonna add a couple more trees, and let's jump right into the outro. Alright guys, that is all for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like on this video. Subscribe for more speed builds because I have so much coming to you this fall and winter. I'm so excited. Always share, and yeah, so if you want to hang out with me outside of YouTube, of course, check out my Instagram and my Discord. And yeah, I think I'm going to go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!